All right, welcome back. We continue the conversation on Relationship Wednesday. The question that we are asking this morning is: the modern man scared of settling down, or has commitment simply lost its value? But to Tumeambiwa there's nothing like a modern man. A man is a man. I already have my guest in studio. Dr. Julius Kimani is here. I have Natasha Nguru and I have Dr. Nyangwachi also joining me for this conversation. We are talking about men and commitment. Why is it such a challenge? Follow us on X, TV47 Digital for this conversation, on Facebook and on YouTube as well at TV47 Kenya. You can also send us a voice note or a video of yourself. What you think about our question and our topic of the day. Our WhatsApp number is 0793 267 and we'll be sure, of course, to sample your feedback and to take you along as we continue with our conversation. Karibuni sana. Natasha, karibu. It's your first time?
Yeah.
Just relax here, we have fun. On Wednesday, we talk matters of the heart. Daktari, today we'll start with you.
Yeah.
Are men afraid of commitment?
No, I like what you say. The human beings naturally are afraid of many things. And of course, commitment is one of the things that is usually scares a lot of people, even ladies. But I would not put all the men in the box and say that all of them fear commitment. There are reasons why some fear commitment, and therefore we cannot judge all to be those guys who are fearing commitment. But I will say, for those who fear commitment, they are surely afraid, and they are reason to eat. Because sometimes when it comes to life, especially now, let's not talk about the modern man.
Yes.
The modern times. We've heard about the empowered woman. So the man feels maybe he cannot measure up with the standards that are expected. Every single day I hear people, especially ladies, are asking, do you have a car? Do you have a house? So you see, those standards never used to be there in our times. It used to be, do you have a job? Now a car is almost a necessity. And so somebody feels like, I cannot be able to measure up to this. And you see, naturally, as men, we are competitive in nature. We want to be ahead. So if the man feels like I'm stepping into a world where I will not be winning, he may back off. So that's part of what it is. But what you can be able to say is that not all men are afraid of commitment.
Some.
But the ones that are afraid, they are really afraid.
But when you say, first of all, empowered women have suffered in the hands of this modern day. Every day empowered women, there's empowered women that. But you say that right now, you know, a man will be asked, do you have a car? Do you have a house? Do you have 1, 2, 3? But also we see men asking women, what are you bringing to the table, Daktari? Yeah. So there's just two sides to the coins. What are we missing? Who is the problem?
No, I think it's not the. You see, life today, we don't have a farm where maybe a woman can rear some chicken, and you expect maybe some skuma wiki you'll find on the table. So even the woman, the traditional woman, we assume that like she never used to do anything. She actually used to bring on the table. Because while the man goes out to whatever work he's doing, the woman would remain at home, but she also has a few things to do at the shamba. She's growing some maize, some beans, whatever, some chicken. So the man just brings what is necessary to come from outside there. So we need to understand that what you need to bring to the table. And I say, a woman is not just supposed to come to be another baby in the house. We are supposed to be partners where you come in and help. But now when you are that person who is expected to be the provider of everything, then some people are like, I can't be able to handle all that. So I think that's what makes some people chicken out or even say, what are you bringing to the table? At least there must be something. If I'm bringing the meat, at least bring the tomatoes. That will be okay.
But this was not something in the older days. Something has changed, and we'll be coming back to that. But Natasha, do you have any idea what a guy that's ready to commit looks like? If you're talking about commitment, do you have any idea?
Yeah, in my view, a guy that is ready to commit is a guy who's already secure, is a guy who's already emotionally mature, and he knows what he wants in a partner. He knows what commitment means to him. he knows, he has his goals in life. In short, it's a person who's mature and a person who'll show you he's ready for you and he won't play games with you. Men know what they want. Yeah.
So do you think the men of nowadays are secure and emotionally mature, as you put it? Because you're saying, and the modern men scared of commitment. Do you think they are secure and emotionally mature?
Some are, some are not. I won't say that all of them are mature or all of them are not mature. Some are and some are not. So it depends on the personality of a person and what he wants in his life. Some want long-term relationships, some want short-term relationships. Yeah.
Dr., do you think men are scared of commitment, and why? Are you scared of commitment?
Thank you for that opportunity. First, allow me to start in my own way. It is cold outside, and it is not only cold outside, but our hearts are also cold.
Our hearts are cold.
Yes. And so most of the electorate in Emurodi Hill, also the hearts are cold. And I am going to use the late Joanna Ngeno mostly in this show. So allow me to first to confer my heartfelt condolences mostly to the young family that he has left behind. To the wife, Yan Ntutu, pole sana. And as a country, we are in a somber mood. So most of you mlikuwa mnajua mbunge kama kiongozi, but I took a step further to analyze him more than just a leader. He was a family man. He was a father. So that intrigued me to even look more alioa lini, you see. I came to realize that he came to marry later in life after he has almost achieved kitu yenye kila mwanaume anaweza sema amefanya. Alikuwa amesoma, alikuwa amekuwa mbunge, he was serving his first term in the second year. He married I think in 2018.
He was 45 years.
Yeah, he was 45 years old. And listen, you have seen the Kofi Olomide. He ameoa after dating after 20 years. So it is not a matter of commitment. I think here we need to talk about preparedness. So I think society forces commitment to a life first before commitment. So most men feel safer to commit when they are prepared. So kama mimi umeniuliza, am I afraid to commit? I'm not afraid to commit. If I become ready to commit and I feel safer to commit to someone else, of course I definitely commit. Yeah, so it is for now. I think this discussion is supposed to take a direction of preparedness rather than commitment.
But there are men who are actually afraid of commitment, Doctor, if you're looking at it. If we go back to the older days, our parents had nothing to do with it. I have to be prepared in order to marry this. One of the senators was here. Umesikia akisema is a very traditional man. In the culture, Pokomo, it's not a question that, I'm quoting this one. When you take a woman, you have to marry them. Our parents had nothing like preparedness. Ulikuwa unachukua huyo mwenye umepata, the wife. Then what is changing now in this day and age?
Thank you for bringing that tradition. So I'm also a religious man, and allow me to blend this tradition and religion to vibrate in unison. So even from the biblical times, there is no standard age exactly yenye unaweza sema mtu anafaa kuoa so that aanze kucommit to the wife. Because even from the Bible we know that once that bora tu umesema unaoa, you must be responsible to your family. So there is no really a standard age, but the society has normalized that ukifika a certain age, maybe from 25 years as a man, you are supposed to unafaa uanze kujisimamia. But the constitution inasema from 18 years you are an adult. So if you are an adult and you are in a position to take care of yourself and maybe perhaps to take care of an extra person, I think that's a standard age yenye tunaweza agree kwamba you can start committing to somebody else. But if you are kama bado uko in that years and you feel you cannot be able to sustain another person in your life, I think you are not prepared and you should not attempt to commit. Because if you kama utafika huko and you fail to commit, as a man, you could have failed. So you could have failed the tradition, you could have failed the religion and the society at the same time. So it is good you go into commitment once you are fully prepared.
What do you think men are afraid of?
Of course, the society and even the Bible all the time has tied the man into provision. So if you remove the provision from the man, there is no man. Provision and dominance is what makes a man. So what makes us afraid to commit maybe in the early youthful years is maybe we are not financially stable. So hapo ndo tunapiganga hesabu kidogo, tunaona venye umeulizwa hapo uko na gari hapana. Like now it is raining. Utasikia wakisema hapo online kunanyesha sana, wasichana mtuache tupende watu wako na magari. So ukiangalia statement kama hiyo na wewe hata maybe una fare kutoka kwa nyumba, what comes to your mind? Unaogopa, unasema tano tena.
So, you know, on this show we say we date within your range, and by your range you date somebody who will, you know, atakubali kutembea na wewe kwa mvua. Yes, he will be able to sustain.
Kama atakubali mnyeshewe ni huyo.
Daktari, how do you know that he's ready to commit?
Let me tell you, I think we are being very real here.
Yeah.
Because there are guys outside there who are saying, "Ata ikwaje, I'll not commit." And of course, we are agreeing that the biggest factor for any man is that confidence of knowing I can be able to provide. But unfortunately now, a lot of relationships have become transactional, whereby you find, what are you bringing to the table? Not even the values that you carry. Because if you have the right values, and if you, for example, you're a hard-working person, eventually if you get a helpmate that you can be able to work together, you'll succeed. But the thing is, you'll find a lot of people, especially, let's say some ladies, are expecting that everything is about being provided for. It's like they're coming from one home where there was a father who was providing, and maybe parents who are providing, and you're just shifting the responsibility of your father to this young man, which is not real. I believe marriage is about a partnership where you work together, you have a vision and you work together. That's why the word of God says, you are better than one, because they have a better reward for their labor. So that means there is labor to be put in. But now, for most guys, they will be only be ready to commit when they know that he can be able to provide. And that's the measure standard for now. If I can be able to provide, if I can feed 2 mouths, I'm ready to commit. But unfortunately, there are people who are saying mouth is not enough. Like my brother has said here, you have to have a car and maybe 2. One for yourself and a possibility of even a package for holidays. You have to show that you can take somebody for holidays. So when all those things are measured, then you'll find somebody will be waiting up to 45. And actually a lot of it is happening. But again, there is also what you call growing up. There's a lot of some men who have what we call the Peter Pan syndrome. You know, they have been raised up in a family where they are provided for, they are protected very nicely, they are shielded from trouble. So this guy suddenly realizes he may need to move to a family and he needs to take care of a lady. He suddenly freaks out. So maturity is also plays a very big role. So I believe the readiness to commit is when this man begins to talk about we. Because most men, if they're not ready to commit, they will not talk about we. They will not tell you about their future. They will talk about, I'm planning to buy a car. I'm planning to buy a house. But when he starts talking like, you know, if we buy a house, then you know that's a sign of commitment. But as long as the guy is saying I. Well, you are how picture.
So we must be in the picture.
We is a picture.
But Dr. What if provision wasn't really a problem? Just hold on to that, but let's get some feedback. Our question of the day this morning is: the modern man scared of settling down, or has commitment simply lost its value? Fred.
Thank you. And let's sample some of your feedback. Is the modern man scared of settling down, or has commitment completely lost its value? Men are not afraid, says James from Rongai. We are just careful. Marriage is not what it used to be. One mistake and you lose everything. One more here. Sharon from Thika says they are afraid. Okay. A man will stay with you for 5 years but panic when you ask where it's going. That question. Tunaenda wapi? Kevin from Embakasi. It's not fear, it's finances. Very nice take here. You can't commit when you're still figuring life out. And Lillian from Nakuru. If he wanted to, he would. The right man does not delay clarity. I tell you. Even more feedback here, Brian from Kitengela. Women want marriage benefits in 3 months. Relax. Let things grow naturally. I like that one. And Mercy from Mombasa. Situationships are convenient for men. Really? They enjoy the benefits without responsibility. Aha. I get what you were saying, Mercy. So that is just some of your feedback. But does it really address the root problem of what the issue is here, Anne? Is the issue commitment? Or is the issue about finances? Yes. Are they afraid of commitment, or are they afraid that they don't have enough money?
Daktari, is the issue fear of commitment, or is the issue fear of finances?
I think they both are. Because apart from the fact that there is the fear of maybe you don't have enough finances, there is also the aspect of what other things could have happened. For example, a lot of men are afraid of rejection. They don't want to say, but that's a reality. You'll find, you see, ladies have been raised up to say a lot of no's. Maybe when you propose, and this guy probably has proposed to 1 or 2 people, and they have said no. We have seen some on the social media. A guy has prepared with a ring, and he organizes a dinner and a video, something, and then he suddenly proposes to this woman who looks and says, "Hii ni kitu gani?" Now tell me whether that guy will ever propose again. The most likely thing, he will fade away and will be like, I may not do this thing again. So rejection is also a part that is driving a lot of men. I don't want to commit.
Yeah.
So that is part of it. There are also people who have grown up in families where you find the mother was too controlling. So when he begins to look at that aspect of being controlled, and you know, men naturally love their independence. Men want to be independent. They want to be out there, do their things, not being asked questions a lot, especially if they are not very relevant.
Yeah.
Like, where are you? You know, you could be driving home or you're walking home, whichever way you're doing it, but maybe you are called 5 times, being asked, where are you? And you say, I'm coming home. So sometimes men love that independence. And so that aspect of feeling like you're going back to a mother figure who will keep on telling you, what are you wearing? Usitoke nje bila sweater.
But they say men date people like their mothers. That's false?
Not all. They like, if the mother was good, you'll find they will possibly go to other direction. If the mother was a bad person and the man hated the mother or didn't like the mother, he's also most likely to make the same mistakes and get almost a similar woman. But the thing is, most men don't want that thing of control. He said, we are created with an aspect of wanting to dominate and to lead. Then suddenly you're being told what to wear, when to shower. The voice of your mother starts ringing in your head in a big way. And you're like, let me stay away. So if you're a lady and you start telling this guy, controlling a few things, wear this, shower now, have you eaten? You are most likely to lose that dude.
You're triggering something. Natasha, do you think women will scare men into commitment? You know, they're talking about responsibilities right now. Everything is on them. So do you think we scare them into commitment?
Yeah, considering the fact that women are getting empowered, the girl child is getting stronger each day, intellectually in all aspects, at the expense of the boy child not being empowered. So you'll meet girls or women who are setting standards, like, uko na gari, do you have a house, and all. Because a girl wants a man who's secure and ready for her, and now the man isn't ready for the girl or the woman. So this will be a threat to a man wanting to commit or into having a long-term commitment and a relationship with the girl. Yeah.
So what about just dating somebody who has the car so that they don't feel intimidated? So that you don't feel the need to ask, do you have a car? You can see that they have it. You know, there's something we're talking about in this show. We talk about hypergamy, right? That women, you know, women usually date above or across their social circle hierarchy, something of the sort. So how about if somebody dates on that level, then you automatically know that the man has a car, the man has a house, they have everything you want. Then would that solve the problem of commitment?
Not really, because commitment depends on several aspects, not just the financial aspects. There's also emotional aspects. Are you guys even aligned with each other emotionally? Is he mature enough? Are you also mature enough as the woman? So a commitment or a relationship depends on several factors and not just financial factors. There are also social factors to it, so psychological factors, emotional factors too that surround a commitment, and they influence if it will be successful or not.
Doctor, do you think if hypergamy came to play, then this would solve the whole problem? You know, if everyone just dated above and across the social circle, such that you date whoever you can afford, the woman will not be asking you, do you have a car? Because maybe sometimes whoever is asking you if you have a car, they have a car. So do you think this will solve the problem?
I think sometimes we are overambitious and we tend to run away from real issues. So let me give you an instance. Yes. Maybe somebody like me, I have a car. You know, having a car is one thing. Affording that car is another thing. So maybe I have one. Sijakuja nayo. For the obvious reasons. Nimepiga kilometers wali natoka, maybe it is around 40 kilometers. Maybe my car is giving me 10 kilometers to Arita. Those are 4 liters, 8 kilometers coming, to and fro. Only around, let's say 1,000. But if I use a super metro, it is 100, maybe 50 bob from town to coming and going, it is 300. So it is all about the basic economics. And commitment is not about having, it ni thought. As in, ushaisikia kuna mtu atakutumia 100 bob, uta appreciate more than mtu atakutumia 5k. As in, giving a commitment and giving, it is just huyu mtu amenifikiria.
It's a thought that
yes,
counts.
it is a thought that ndo huyu umesikia akisema unaweza kuwa na gari ukuwe na hiyo nyumba, you have it all, but when unapewa maybe hiyo pesa, maybe the commitment, the way it is coming, it is not, maybe haikuji na heshima yenye ina deserve, you see. But kuna mtu atakuwa maybe ana 300 bob a day, but wanaishi na ukiangalia tu wanaishi tu vizuri. But uko hapo maybe una 300 Gs per month, but mambo haiendi. So it is not all about having, but it is learning and appreciating the art of utilizing the small that you have, and maybe putting God first and knowing mnataka kuenda wapi. So if we prioritize the art of money and who has ni nani ako nayo nani ana, I think it cannot work. But it is good to have this, ni vizuri kuwa na pesa, but to prioritize pesa. Juu pesa itaisha, hiyo aziniyo, ni kama wakati ulikuwa unanunua simu yako ya kwanza. The first week you will need settings here and there, but wiki moja mbili utapata umeizoea, and maybe sasa umeanza kuwa on the next phone. So it is good to have it, but isikuwe ndo the motive. Yes.
Gold digger Saima iliwako wanasema usitu advise tena. Do you think women will scare men into commitment?
Of course.
Aje. Why so?
Because utapata they are over demanding, you see. Like now nimesema atataka ukue na gari, but ajui. Maybe let me give you another scenario that happened to me. I once tried to date some girl. So she was an iron babe. So she was like, uwezi nilipia hata nywele maybe, but unasema unataka maybe in the near future kunyoa. Pesa ya dauli utatoa wapi? I'm asking, we are not even, hii maisha ni kufanga pole pole. So she's very demanding, anataka this now, as in, anasema kama uwezi meet this at the moment, there is no room kwenda huku, haiwezi. So kama unaona uwezi at this moment, toa jam, kuna line. So unapiga hesabu yako hivi, unaona maybe ukimit watu kama watatu, si unasema kidogo hapa ni kama hii field inanikalia ngumu, hii career kidogo, pursuing this field, it has become very difficult on me, and I need maybe to try other things. Maybe you go build yourself, unasoma, unatafuta pesa, maybe those are maybe the reason that makes men to marry later in life. Unapata mse yako 50 ndo sasa ameamua kuwa, cause kama ni pesa mlikuwa mnataka, sasa niko nayo, ujeni. So unapata there is no emotion, there is no nothing. The only thing that he has is money, cause hiyo ndo mlikuwa mmemwambia back then. You see, so amekuja na pesa, then hiyo pesa unapata, unapewa mwaka moja, then unapata there is no connection. So it becomes very difficult to hiyo relationship to survive in the long run. So unapata within a short time imeanguka. Ama unapata huyo bibi wa tajiri na get man. I think ushasikia story kama hiyo. Because yeye alikuwa anadhani pesa ndo ita sustain a relationship. Yeah.
Daktari, you know, last week we were talking about are women the new problem in relationships. Right now we are asking about women. Do you think we are scaring men into commitment? The same question I've asked Natasha and Daktari here. But I'd also love to hear what you think about it. Are we the problem as well? Are we scaring men?
I think it is both ways. But I will also say, if you listen, especially to the young guys, you know, the social media, of course the demands are very high. Siwezi wamse anagari, that's a big thing. Siwezi wamse awezi nipeleka holiday. So all those things, when a guy now looks at what is in the market, it is like when you go for window shopping. There are some shops in town where they put the prices on the clothes or whatever is being sold. And by looking at the price, you are like, even if you like the bag or the shirt, unajiondoa tu. Nasema hapa siingi. So I think that's what is happening. You'll find out of conversations, you know, we usually have a very vibrant, in the afternoons on Sundays, we usually have a very vibrant youth meeting, and we have a discussion. And actually what is happening, almost every young lady has placed material before anything else. That they will miss out on the character and look for the material. And as he said, you will marry this guy who has the money, but he's all over. So eventually you are so wounded. And of course, there is a favorable saying that keeps on saying that you'd rather be crying in a Mercedes or a Range Rover instead of a motorbike.
Yes.
But let me tell you, the pain is the same. The pain is the same. So the thing is, the young ladies are actually scaring. You know, every time you come, and I said from the beginning, men are competitive. Now you find this lady who comes swinging khakis, for example, and maybe puts them on the table on your first date. Na umekuja na kifungu ya nyumba, umekelea hapo, unaificha tu immediately. So the reality of a man feeling like he's being measured on the basis of material has become too strong that they actually becoming scary. So I think the ladies need to become realistic. That this journey at the end of the day, love is not about money. It's about character, the person that you're getting married to. And if I give my example, I've been married for 25 years. If you see us the first days when you were selling omena, Kikuyu selling omena, some people would come and bite it. Alikuwa ni kama ya plastic. Wasema watu hawezi kuakiza. But the thing is, when we look at that journey, where we've come from, it makes us stronger. Because sometimes we want the destination so much that we miss out on the process of growing up. I like what one guy said on the screen, that unamhata ile process. So I think ladies also need to, even if you are really looking for that, you need to tone down a little bit. Ladies, they need to tone down.
We are too materialistic.
Your materialistic has become too much. And not all, but it needs to tone down. Where you actually go for the character of a guy. I have seen ladies who have been wounded in a deep way. You married a guy who has got money. But even as he has money, he also has several relationships because he feels all you want, like he said, all you want is money. So I'll give you the money, I'll buy you the fridge, the TV, the car, the flights, but I'm not available. And that misses out the point. So people need to balance. And as we are saying, money is not bad. It needs to be there. But it should not be the forefront. It should be the support system of this relationship.
Natasha, would you rather character or money or material? Usiogope wasikutishe. Let's be honest. Would you rather go for, wanasema character, the character of a man? As long as, and I've seen this conversation online, that, sometimes we will not eat good manners. We will not eat kindness. We will not eat, these qualities, but we can eat generosity though. So would you rather go for, character or material?
For me, I'll choose character. Your behavior matters. Pesa si kila kitu. That I'm also looking for my money. As a modern woman is a career woman. She's a woman who has her own field in the career market. Pia natafuta pesa yake. So for me, behavior matters. For me, behavior ndo number one. How you treat me and how you treat others. How you'll make me feel, how you carry yourself really matters a lot. And finances, money ni ya kufacilitate the relationship. Imaanisha ati sasa pesa ndo inafaa kwa background ya relationship. Hapana. For me, behavior number one. Again, gold diggers are gold diggers are not believing.
Majamaa huko nje wanapiga tu na sasa.
I know, but when we talk about, how do you know that a man is ready to commit? Daktari said that sometimes they now start including we. Do you think women sometimes we ignore red flags in relationships, and then maybe we call it, patience, he will change. And that's why sometimes you see women, they push men into commitment. So do you think that we are the problem, we ignore red flags? Yeah.
Some of the women ignore red flags in a relationship. They overlook those red flags in a man just because they've fallen in love with him, they want to get married, they want to get kids, they want to have a future with him. So inabidi amevumilia, and hence the slogan ile ya kitambo, mwanamke ni kuvumilia. You see, mwanaume akikuja kwako kama amelewa, he's drunk, or maybe he has done some other activities outside. The traditional view of marriage ilikuwa inafundisha wanawake kuvumilia, to be patient with the man, hence ignore the red flags. Currently, there's a shift to it. Currently, we'll call out the red flags. We will talk about it. And if you won't change it, we are leaving. Some of the women are straight to the business. They don't joke. However, there are some wenye bado wanavumilia. They have the traditional aspects in them. So some don't tolerate the red flags, and some do tolerate the red flags.
I will fight for my marriage. I'll fight for my relationship.
I'll change the man.
I will change him. Actually, this conversation on empowered women has come up again, and it comes up every Wednesday when we are having these conversations on, relationships. Natasha said something about right now the woman is being empowered at the expense of the man. How do we strike a balance such that even as we continue, of course, to empower women, because this is something that is continuing to empowering, women. So how do we strike a balance such that men do not feel left behind and they do not feel as if it's a competition, because right now it feels like a competition. Oh, sisi tunaachwa nyuma, the women are being empowered, men are not being seen. How do we do that, strike that balance?
Thank you for that question, and I think we can wrap up this thing once and for all that nobody can take up a man's the space of the man in the union. So a man will remain a man and a woman will remain a woman. So that takes me back to the aspect of the money that I've said that if you put the money on the forefront, your union is going to collapse. So it is upon the two of you to decide that even if the woman has more money, she must respect the husband. Because from the Bible, we even from the book of Revelation, we see that regardless of the status of a woman, the head of the family should and must remain the man. So under no circumstances, we can circumvent, even with using the status of a woman or the amount of the money she has to just bypass that position. The position of a man is not standardized using the amount of money a woman has or the status that she holds. Maybe the woman rep, Nairobi woman rep account has been here. So you get such empowered women in our family. But there's this thing that also says, I think it was CJ, I can't remember the exact woman who said that. Nikiwa kwa ofisi na kuanga the status that she was.
Yes.
I can't remember. But nikiingia kwa gate, I'm a mother, I'm a woman.
Yes.
I think that should vibrate all women and get to know that usianze kudrag mambo ya career and status into your relationship or something. Ukiwa na mtu wako, huyo ni mtu wako. Mambo ya zio mimi ni lawyer ama mimi ni mbunge. Hao ni watu, achia watu wengine huko. Be a woman, be a father, be a husband, so that you do whatever that brought you together. See your status iliwaleta pamoja. Yes.
So we should also be teaching empowered women how to live with men, traditional men. Because, you know, we've been saying, how do we teach men, you know, how to live with empowered women?
Yeah.
So it should change to teaching empowered women how to deal with men.
Of course we need to, because we can't run away from this, because now it is all over. You know, empowered women are all over, and who doesn't want an empowered woman? Even today, utasikia tu kuna hata mimi nataka nikikuja na yangu, kama unataka mwanaume ako na gari, tutafatana kwa parking. So siku hizi ni it is who has it, and kama una tutapatana hapo kwa metro.
All right. Let's
so
hear.
It is upon us to strike a balance. Maybe tuelewane, I'll be doing this, you'll be doing this. Hata kama utachange, hata kama you're in a position to maybe unaleta mita per month, I mean naleta 100, tuta agree. Mimi I'm able to pay maybe 30k rent per month. So if you want us to move, maybe kwenda huko mali tunatoa 300 kwa mwezi, maybe you'll need to chip in, but my position is 30,000. You see, you need to strike a balance. Lazima muelewane. Your space as a man must not be isikuwe affected. You must stand as a man, you must lead as a man, so that muelewane. Pia hiyo isifanye mkosane. You must strike a balance. Muelewane kwamba, yes, you are ahead of me, I'm a man, I must provide, but you are ahead of me. Me, I'm capable of doing this and this within my range. But if you are okay with a lot of money to top up, I'm okay, but hiyo isifanye uanze kuleta madharau.
All right, let's hear what the people are saying. The conversation is getting interesting. We are talking about men and commitment. Why is it such a challenge, Fred?
All right. Thank you, Anne. And it looks like mapenzi ya squeeze inahitaji calculator. Lazima kama ni mapenzi uko na calculator unafanya hesabu. So what exactly are people saying in as far as answering the question we are asking? Mercy from Mombasa says situationships are convenient for men. That's an accusation. They enjoy the benefits without responsibility. Mercy. Anyway, let's sample some more. Alan from Kasarani. We saw our fathers struggle in bad marriages. Some of us just don't want that pressure. Lessons learned already. Faith from Kiambu. Commitment is not about money. It's about intention. Just say what you want. Tuachane na mambo ya calculator. But I think there's a correlation. Anyway, Dennis from South B says, social media has made relationships scary. Screenshots, pressure, comparison. Men are protecting their peace. Hapo kwa screenshots kwanza, utajipata kwa mtandao. Winnie from Eldoret says, if a man is serious, you will not question it. Confusion is the biggest red flag. Mara anataka, mara ataki. Well, that is what people feel. But of course, the conversation continues. Back to you, Anne.
All right. This conversation about somebody brought up something about figuring it out, Daktari. And I wanted to ask you that question. How long is too long to figure things out in a relationship?
I think basically, I believe by the time you are done 2 years, you should know whether you are ready to commit. For somebody to be taking 5 years, 7 years, ati ujai decide msichana utamuoa, I think something is wrong. There is, I mean, that's already a sign of so much in decision. Because I would question even how you make investment decisions. Because if you can't for 5 years, seriously, and some of them have already, you are already living together. You know, there are people who have already come, we stay. Na unasikia bado wajasema bado sijaamua. There's something very wrong. I would say, if I'm a lady, I would actually be careful about that. Because can you imagine now if you stay for 5 years and then he wakes up one morning and says, it is not you. How would you feel? So I usually say, give it around a maximum of about 2 years. If it will go so much, maybe 2.5 years, because of, you know, there are people, also people want to have their freedom. You don't want just to move into the same thing. You don't want to get married and get to the same house. But I think there is, like what Senator Mungatala was saying, there are a lot of guys who waste a lot of time.
Yes.
And sincerely, let me tell you the truth, and I'll say it again and again here. A guy knows who he will marry. Akiangalia tu hivi msichana anajuaga huyu, tunaenda naye mahali ama tuendi.
Huyu ndio mama.
Huyu ndio mama. Hawa ni wengine. So, mtu anakaa hapo miaka 5 na bado akona shida. Akona shida huyo. You need, as a lady, there is also, you have to be confident. Kuna ile time unasemaga hii kitu inaenda wapi? And that's a very good question to ask. Because if a guy is not serious, he will ghost you. He will run. He will disappear. Because if a guy just wanted it for whatever they were getting, then they will feel now it has come for commitment. But at the same time, I will say this to the ladies. Yesterday when you posted this thing, I was like, I decided to ask a few guys, why are you not getting married?
Yes.
And I think 2 of them said, what was said, I think also there, I'm getting what the benefits. I'm milking the cow. Why should I marry the cow? Or buy the cow? Sorry, not marry the cow. I don't want to compare women with the cows. But I'm saying, why should I buy the cow if I can? It is allowing me to milk it. So women also have to decide if you can be able to give everything. You are a wife already. You are sleeping with this dude. You're already helping him to pay rent, and he has not committed even to one small things. And I know there are guys I know I'm spoiling for now. Then you should actually be asking yourself, what am I doing here? The thing is, ladies, please, you can't be dishing out, because this guy was saying, if I can get it here. In fact, he used a very wrong term, and he said, around here, there are places we can get this for 200. So why should I commit and bring a wife where I'll be spending 1,000 on food per night when my need, I can be able to pay for it. So also I think women, you need to reach a place whereby you can say, if it is not serious, there are some things you'll not enjoy. That's the way I see it.
Daktari, is that the situation on ground? That men want marriage privileges without commitment? Is that really a unaona anasema, why should I buy the cow if I can get the privileges from just a random cow outside there? Is that the situation on ground?
Of course, utasikia wakisema kununua maziwa ni rahisi kuliko kufuga ng'ombe mwenyewe. It is chief, basic economics. Utanunua maziwa 80 bob, but kufuga ng'ombe lazima utatumia pesa mingi kumlisha. And that is not right as when we dive deeper into ethics and everything. It is not right. And I think that thing ilileta shida even where I worship the church, in the church where I worship. Because the pastor was saying, we are enjoying marriage benefits without commitment, formalizing our unions, you see. So inaleta shida, and somebody brought up something about the situationship. So I think you are getting more comfortable staying in situationship, because utapata kila mtu anaishi kwake, anajilea, maybe mnapatana on weekends, you do all those things married people do, and maybe kila mtu anarudi. So you get comfortable, you in a comfort zone. So hauoni an urgent need of getting out of that comfort zone, because you are getting maybe everything that a married man should get, a married woman should can get, maybe except watoto. So I think as a society, we need to desist from that and free from that immorality that we're praising in terms of tunaibaptize situationship, friends with benefits. It is wrong, and in the near future inaweza collapse marriage. And itaongeza maybe things like single mothers, single fathers, baby mamas. I think that's the thing that has imeongeza such hizo vitu. So I think we need to move from that and we be serious. Umeongea eti mwanaume anaweza kuwa in a relationship for 5 years, 20 years. Eti hauko sure kama atakuoa.
Yes.
Mwanaume akipata tu na wewe siku ya kwanza tu hivi akikuona, atajua as in from the specification that he has, ama prescription, anajua huyu kama anaweza nikubali, huyu ni tamuoa. So the thing that kwa maybe apart from coffee or romide, hatuwezi jua maybe unless you are coffee or romide, if a man meets you today and both of you are serious, are ready to settle, it won't take more than 3 months. It won't for you to get into a serious marriage. But hii mambo yetu tuko hapa tunapima na kuambia unajua hajakuwa ready. There's nothing like that. Yes.
All right. That is actually what Daktari was saying, that, from the very first day, a man knows. Do you think that's where we go wrong, Natasha, that we can't actually tell? Or are they the problem now? Because now sometimes they'll just lead us on. You don't know where you stand with them. They're not telling you, oh, I want to. They're not straight with what they actually want. So at this point, would you say it's a failure on the man's part?
Yeah, considering that a man knows what he wants on the first date. He knows if he'll marry you or if he won't marry you, and then mnaendelea tu and he's not communicating. We kwa akili yako as the girl, you're knowing, I've found Mr. Right, this is the one. Yet the guy himself alishajua, no, I'm not marrying this one, no, I won't be in a long-term relationship with this one. So that's, in that aspect, that's a man's failure, considering that they know what they want, even at the first date wanajua. And I'm even wondering, like, wanajuanga aje? Like, what criteria do they use to know ati ili date ya kwanza leo na ashajua kama atakuoa or kama hatakuoa? Unajua, I'm even wondering ati they'll decide I'll marry you.
Yeah.
They don't even know you in a deeper perspective.
Maybe you're a thief.
Yeah,
you're a witch.
That's where we go wrong.
And that's where you go wrong and love marriage.
Finish fast.
Yeah, so wakitumia criteria ati leo nishajua, nishampata, and then they go ahead, they wanna marry you, ada kujui vizuri, and then the marriage starts to have some problems because the man alitaka muoane and he doesn't know you in a deeper perspective.
What criteria do you use to tell? Yeah. That is Natasha's concern.
No, I want to answer first hiyo swali ya as in shida mali natokeanga mkidate sana mnajuanga huyu anakuanga na hii tabia ni kama sitaipenda. As in unaanza kuwa na makosa inaanza kuwa mingi, but mkioana mapema maybe hata kama hizi makosa zitakuwa kwa ndoa mnaweza zirekebisha. But the more we are dating unanijua sana, familiarity breeds contempt. So tukijuana sana unanijua sana, unaanza kuwa na thoughts zingine, maybe unaanza kupata alternatives, unaanza kusema maybe I can do better than this. Ndio maana nimekuambia mkipatana tu both of you are on the same page, umeamua we are doing this thing, ni hivyo before, because of course utafatana na other options. So umeuliza tunafuatanga criteria gani? So a person like me, I don't want to say I'm a bit traditional, but I'm a reservist. I possess some traditional traits. So nitaangalia tu hivi, maybe the way you conduct yourself, the way you have dressed. So nikiona unaanza kitu kama makali hiyo, tutakuwa marafiki, but eti tuna proceed kwenda kwa ndoa na unakunywa pombe, that for me is a red flag. Yeah. Na makosa tunafanyanga ni unasema, so I'm an Adventist, so there's this thing that we do called PCM, preach, convert and marry. So utaenda na hii thoughts, utasema let me go maybe kama mse anakunywa pombe, nitaenda nimhubirie akwe converted then nimuoe. As in uko na hizo hopes. Maybe atakuambia siuzi umemwambia utamuoa, maybe na harusi atasema nimekubali basi wacha nitaachana na hii pombe. Then tutaenda tufanye harusi tuoane. But atafika maybe mahali hiyo sherehe tena nini iamke, strike. Then ataanza kunywa pombe. Then atafika umuliza, but niambie umeokoka umeachana na hii story. But atakwambia si tukipatana nilikuwa na kunywa pombe. As in
reverse psychology.
Yes. To just
as you wind up.
To bring you into speed hapa online. Unajua watu tunaambia sasa ni watu online. Kuna the latest sentiment nilikuwa nasema kijana ataenda kwa maybe kwa club, atapata demo amevaa skati nafika hapa, but akimfikisha kwa can expect avae skati nafika, but akikuuliza ukinipata nilikuwa navaa aje, nilikuwa navaa nguo zinafika, why do you expect me nianze kuvaa nguo sikuwa navaa? So it becomes a crisis. Yeah.
Dr. Is marriage losing its value? And that's our final question this morning as we wrap up this conversation.
You see that again?
Is marriage losing its value?
I would say partly yes, but it is not the marriage. It is the people who are losing their perspective of marriage. They are seeing it as something that does not work. And the reason why is because the marriages that are working, and there are so many, they are not everywhere shouting. It's like the rich people don't shout everywhere. But if you go to the road, you'll see. Na ukiangalia manyumba utaona zinajengwa. So you'll know there are rich people somewhere outside there. So the thing is, it is people who have misunderstood what marriage is about. And the moment you understand that, things will change. Quickly, Natasha said, how do we know? Let me tell you, men are like lions. By the time they chase an antelope, they have scanned all those antelope. You wonder why they focus on one. They, of course, they are looking at the weakness. But now for men, they have already scanned you many times. Probably the way you pass outside their home and akuangalia too. It can be even a whole year. Then so when he moves in, unasikia kwamba anataka kukuoa, ako serious kwa sababu amekuwa akikuangalia for a very long time. So not just at first instance.
All right, there's always some signs to it.
Yes.
That brings us to the end of our conversation. Thank you so much, Dr. Julius Kimani, Natasha Nguru, and Dr. Kevin Nyangwachi for making time for us to have this conversation. We are talking about men and commitment, and what we're asking, why is this such a challenge? Yes? Let's continue this conversation on our socials, Fred.
Oh, yes, indeed. Because the question, I think, and there's an issue about the genders, yeah? It would appear that for women, the biggest fear is choosing wrong.
Yes.
But for the men, the biggest fear is that they're not ready yet. But how long can you wait? Like Kofi, 69 years.
20 years. You wait for 20 years to settle down.
Yes. Anyway, the conversation continues online.
Yes.
You can continue interacting with us on our various social media pages, TV47 Kenya on YouTube and Facebook, TV47 Digital on X. Remember to use the hashtag Morning Cafe TV47. You can tag me on that conversation at Fred Indimuli. At _Odida.
You know, yesterday I was going to forget this. Somebody called us Dibal and Ann Indimuri, and the director said, wow, we're a big family. Yes, have a good day and enjoy the rest of your viewing.
Good morning.